Hello Sudoku friends, and welcome to another special puzzle, again by Mr. Julian Locke, a subscriber to this channel. This is a very special puzzle, and I have to disclose that I did solve this earlier. I don't remember whether it was yesterday or the day before. It's quite special because it's very easy on the surface until you reach the end, when you need to apply some special logic in order to complete the puzzle. And I'm pretty sure that once I get to that part of the solution, I will probably have to use pencil marks. Otherwise, the logic might be a little difficult to follow. It's just a little warning. So without further ado, let's have a look here. There are only 17 givens, and that usually suggests a very hard puzzle. I don't think that this is a very hard puzzle, but it's quite fun to solve because, as you'll see, it will slowly lead us towards finding a lot of hidden singles, hidden in plain sight, I should add. For example, we have a 2 blocking across here and a 2 blocking down here. So it's clear that one of these must be a 2. This 2 blocks across, this 2 blocks across, and this 2 blocks down. So it's easy to see that this must be a 2. This 2 and this 2 block here. This 2 blocks here. Another 2 goes here. Now we have 2's blocking like so. So a 2 goes here. 2's here block like so and like so. Another 2 here. These 2's block across. This 2 blocks up. We have a 2 here. We need one more 2, I believe, to complete the 2's. Yes, we have 2's here and here blocking down and across. So the last 2 for this puzzle goes here. We also have a 6 blocking up and across. Here's a 6. We have an 8 blocking across here, so one of these must be an 8 blocking down. This 8 blocks across, so this must be an 8. These 2 8s block across here, and this 8 blocks down here, so here's an 8. A 5 blocks across here all the way, and this 5 blocks down here, so it's clear that one of these must be a 5. Now we have this 5 blocking across, and we have this 5 blocking across, giving me a 5 here. The one that blocks here makes sure that one of these must be a 1. We can find a 9 for this square because this 9 blocks across, this 9 blocks up, and we have the 9 here. These 2 9's force a 9 to go here. 9 blocks up, so one of these is a 9 blocking across. So we are going to have 9 here or here. 4 blocks across. One of these is a 4 blocking down and up. And that's all we can say about the 4's for the time being. We need a 1, 3, 7 for these squares. We got a 3 and a 7 blocking here. So this is a 1. And now a 3 and 7 here. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks across. Here's a 1. We need a 5, 8, and a 9 here. So this is a 5, 9. This is an 8, 9. And I'm not sure we get any closer to that. But we know that one of these is an 8 because this 8 blocks here. The 1 also blocks, so we got 1 and 8 in 2 of these squares here, leaving a 3 and a 4 for the other 2. Let's see if we can do anything with the 1's. We have a 1 blocking across here and up here. One of these is a 1 blocking across. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks up. So yes, in fact, we could do something. Here is a 1. We know that a 1 had to go in one of these 3 squares because this 1 blocks here. Now we got 2 1s blocking here and here, so here's where the 1 goes. We also know that an 8 blocks here and that an 8 had to go in one of these 3 squares. We've taken away the square here, and now this 8 blocks here, so this is an 8. This 8 and this 8 block up, therefore we have an 8 here, which blocks across, this 8 blocks across, another 8 here. See how we find each single hidden in plain sight until we run into a wall. We are not there yet. We need a 5 for column 2. This 5 blocks here and here, and this 5 blocks here, so here's a 5. And a 3, 4, 7 for these squares. I don't know how to deal with that yet, so we'll just keep on plugging until we find the next number. So since we found this 6, I think we have a 6 here now. Remember how these must be a 6 and a 9? 6 and 9 blocking down, 6 and 9 blocking over, right? 6 and 9 here. So this goes 6 blocks across, this 6 blocks across, and these 2 6s block here and here. So this must be a 6. And this goes 9 blocks across, this 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks over. So we have a 9 here. One of these had to be a 9, remember, because this 9 blocks up. We now also have this 9 blocking up, so here's a 9. 4, 5, 7 here. 4 and 7 block here, so this is a 5. 4 and 7 here. Now we know that one of these must be a 4, but that doesn't tell me which one of these is going to be a 4. So let me instead look at this square, because it's easy to figure out that this must be an 8. We now have this 8 blocking across and this 8 blocking down. This 8 blocking down, here's an 8. Still a 7, 3 here to play with, but we can solve those now because one of these has got to be a 7, doesn't it? Therefore, this is a 3 and this is a 7. 4 and 3 here, 1 and 5 here. 5 blocks over, therefore this is a 1 and this is a 5. This 1 blocks over, this 1 blocks down, we have a 1 here. These 2 1s block up, this 1 blocks across, this 1 blocks across, here's a 1. So we got the 1s, the 2s, and the 8s sorted for this puzzle so far. Let's have a look here. We need a 6, 7, and a 5. 6, 6, let's see, 6 blocks over here and up here. We know that this is a 6. We also have a 5, so this must be the 7 and a 6 and a 5 here. 6 blocks up, so here's a 5 and here's a 6. That was pretty easy. Now a 4 and a 3 here, also a 4 and a 3 here. Therefore not a 4 or a 3 here, but let's wait a little bit with a unique rectangle because I'm not sure we are going to need it yet or at all. But we do have a couple of 5s blocking up here. So here's a 5. These 2 5s block across like so, and this 5 blocks up. So here's another 5. That's it for the 5s. We know that these must be a 4 and a 3. Therefore, this square has got to be a 7, doesn't it? Now we have a 4 and a 3 waiting for us here. Also a 4 and a 3 waiting for us here. So we need to deal with this 9 blocking up and this 9 blocking over, and we have a 9 here. These 2 9s block across, so here's a 9. This 9 and this 9 block here. We have a 9 here. Another 3, 4, and 7 triple here. You will have noticed that 3, 4s, and 7s are in pretty short supply for this puzzle. We do know that one of these 2 must be a 7 because we got 7 here and here blocking these squares. So one of these is going to be a 7. We also need a 4 and a 3 to complete this column. So this is a 3 or a 4. This is a 4 or a 7. This is a 3, 4 or 7. We have this 6 blocking down. We remember these two, 6 and 9. We found the 9, so it's clear that this must be a 6. This 6 blocks up, this 6 blocks down, this 6 blocks over. The last 6 for this puzzle goes here, and we are stuck once again with a 3, 4, and a 7. 7 blocks over those, so one of these is a 7, and we're going to find a 7 either here or here. But that still doesn't help us with the remaining 3, 4s, and 7, does it? 3, 4, and 7 here as well, but these two 7s block here and here, so we have a 7 here. And now 3, 4 here, and 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 here. I hope that you can begin to see the pattern that is now slowly showing itself. We also have a 7 blocking here now and here, so here's a 7. And a 3 and a 4 here. Now I'm going to input all the pencil marks for the rest of this puzzle so you can see clearly the pattern that I'm talking about. So we'll start with the 3s and the 4s. They must go here and here. We also have 3 and 4 here. We have a 3 and a 4 here. Now let's fill in a 3 and a 4 here. Here we need a 4 and a 7. Here we need a 3, 4, and a 7. Well, here we need a 3, 4, and a 7. And here we need a 4 and a 7. I can see that I was mistaken. We also need a 7 for these squares. We're going to look at the 3s and the 4s. And we're going to use these squares here. I'll show you how this goes. We need to pay attention to these two squares. They are opposite each other in a diagonal, and they pivot around this square here. So let me show you what I mean. Let's assume that this is a 3. If this is a 3, then it follows that this is a 4, and this is a 3, and this is a 4. Right? So if this is a 3, this is a 4. I don't think that can be discussed. Now, if this is a 4, then this is a 3, and this is a 4, and this is a 3. So if this is a 3, this is a 4. If this is a 4, this is a 3. So whichever way you look at this, you will have a 3 or a 4 staring down at this square, which therefore cannot be a 3 and therefore cannot be a 4. And the only other value, of course, now is a 7. So we have to input a 7 here, and that solves the puzzle. You can see now this is a 7, and you can see that this is a 7. We got all the 7s now. Now this must be a 4. Therefore, this is a 3, and this is a 4. And I think that you get the point, right? See how nicely this all rolls out? And that's it. And the reason I showed you this using pencil marks is that it would be very difficult to explain if you're not used to this kind of pattern. I did manage to find it without using pencil marks when I solved it the first time, but I took considerably longer. I think I spent about 15 minutes on the last few parts of this puzzle. The rest was fairly simple, and I did that in 6 or 7 minutes. Maybe it's just a colored chain. Let's call it a colored chain. I just don't like these pattern names. I just like to just follow the logic. The name of the logic to me is not very important. But there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you'll come back for more soon. Thank you to Mr. Locke for this nice puzzle. See you back here again soon. Bye for now.